viewers at home. I am Mr. Okoti Pius. You are highly welcome to the class this morning. And our topic on the board is logarithm. And by the end of this video, every viewers at home will be able to understand the standard form concepts, will be able to understand logarithm of numbers greater than 1, logarithm of numbers less than 1, anti-logarithm concepts, and calculations on logarithm. And as we proceed, I want you all to get ready with your writing materials. And as we move on, one of your learning resources that you are going to make use as a viewer at home, you are going to have your 4-figure table, whereby we'll be making use of the logarithm table and the anti-logarithm table. As we move on, I hope you can see on the board. Now we are moving on, which I'm going to wipe up and start with the standard form concept. And as we follow, listen attentively and have a space that does not involve distraction. Continue. Now, we are starting with the standard form concept. For you to understand this topic logarithm, the knowledge of standard form is essential. That is why we are considering the standard form to be the first thing every student will understand. The knowledge of standard form is essential. Now, for any number to be in standard form, is going to be in this form. Every number in standard form must be in this form. P times 10 raised to power n. Whereby 1 is less than or equal to P less than 10. Where n is either positive or negative. I repeat again. For you to understand this topic logarithm, every student must have the knowledge. The knowledge of standard form is essential. Now, for any number that carries this form, P times 10 raised to the power n, whereby 1 is less than or equal to P less than 10, where n is either positive or negative. For you to understand this statement that have been written on the board, viewers at home, I hope you are listening to me. Now, let's look at an example. Find the standard form of the following. I hope you are following, viewers at home. I want to buttress this statement that says that 1 must be less than or equal to P less than 10. Now, when you are given a number in this form, let's say 28, then 00, then 00, and you are asked to write it in standard form, there are two ways at which standard form moves. We have the right direction movement and we also have the left direction movement. Now, looking at this number is greater than 1. We have 28 million on the board. And you are asked to write this in standard form. Why are we starting with this standard form concept? I said earlier that is the essential knowledge for you to understand this logarithm. Because there is a concept that I'm going to mention later, which is called the characteristics. This is one of the concepts by which you can understand your characteristics. I want you to follow me. Now we are asked to write the standard form of this 28 million. Now I'm using the right direction movement. I want you to follow me. Now we have 28, then 00, then 00. Now look at the right direction movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many moves did I move? I moved 7 times. Now for me to write this in standard form, it's now going to be 2.8 times 10 raised to power 7. I mean, it's going to be what? 2.8 times 10 raised to power 7. Also, if you are asked to write this in standard form, 0.642. Looking at this number is less than 1. How is it less than 1? If you look at the first integral number before the decimal point, it is 0. And for any number to be lesser than 1, it's definitely going to start with 0. Now we have 0.642 and we are asked to write this in standard form. Now I told you that there are 2 movements in standard form, the right direction movement and the left direction movement. Anytime a number is less than 1, you use the left direction movement. If you look at this number, definitely it's greater than 1, 28 million on the board. And I've been successfully done that by writing it in standard form. That is 2.8 times 10 raised to power 7. Now I want to write this in standard form. I'm going to apply the left direction movement, which is going to be, I'm going to move in this direction, that is the left direction movement. That is going to be 1. I only move 1 before getting to the significant number. Immediately I strike at a significant number, I have to put an end to it. It's now going to be 6.42 times 10 raised to power minus 1. Coming back to what I told us earlier about standard form concept, I said for any number to be in standard form, it's going to be p times 10 raised to power n, where this n is either going to be positive or negative. With these 2 examples on the board, we will likely see that this has carried the form of p times 10 raised to power n, where our p is equal to 2.8 and our n is 7. Telling us here in this example done on the board, our n is now what? Positive. Why at the second example, our n is what? Minus 1 and our p is 6.42. And as we proceed to the next concept, I believe you've understood the standard form concept, because this is the essential knowledge needed for you to understand the topic logarithm. As we proceed, I know as you give your comment, I believe you are more clearer, and as we meet in the next topic, you've paused.
Got it.
Now, in continuation of the topic logarithm, we have been able to look at the standard form concept. Now, moving to characteristics of logarithm, I said it earlier and I will still keep on saying it. For you to understand this topic logarithm, the knowledge of standard form is essential. Now, coming to characteristics of logarithm, there is no how you want to solve any question under logarithm. You are going to have the knowledge of what is characteristics of a logarithm is. Now, what is characteristics of logarithm? Characteristics of logarithm is simply the integral or the whole part number of a given number when you have checked your logarithm table. Now, I said characteristics of logarithm is the integral or whole number part of a logarithm. Is simply called characteristics. Now, for you to understand what is characteristics, please, viewers at home, I hope you are following me and you are with your writing materials. Now, there are 2 ways by which you can kindly know how to inspect your characteristics of a number. The number 1 way, when you are given a digit, looking at this now, I have 4,000. How many digits is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. For you to get your characteristics, it is simply one lesser than the number of digits that you have. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 digits. This is what? 4 digits number. To get your characteristics, is going to be 4 minus 1, which is going to be 3. We have 4,000 on the board, and if you count it again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, making it 4 digits number. For you to get your characteristics, is going to be simply the total number of digits minus 1, and that is, the characteristics is going to be 3. I said there are 2 ways by which you can get the characteristics of a number. This is the first way. I said, and I will keep on saying it, for you to understand logarithm, the knowledge of standard form is essential. What is the second way by which you can get the characteristics of your logarithm? That is the standard form concept. What did I call it? The standard form concept. We are using the same number. We have 4,000 on board. How many digits is this? We have 4 digits. This is the first way. For you to get your characteristics, you count the number of digits and you minus it with 1, and this is the characteristics. Now, using the standard form concept, we have 4,000. And if you remember, I said earlier that in standard form, we have 2 ways by which we can get our standard form. It's either you move from the right direction or the left direction. But I said, when you are moving from the right direction, it must be the number that is greater than 1. But if you are moving from your left direction, it must be number that is less than 1, which we did the example earlier. Now, looking at this number, we are still on characteristics of logarithm. And I said, characteristics is the integral or whole number part of a logarithm. Now, this is the first way. I hope you are seeing what I'm putting on the board, viewers at home. And the second way, now this number is greater than 1. We are going to use the right direction movement. This is 1, 2, 3. Now we are having 4 times 10 raised to power 3. I said, for you to understand logarithm, characteristics of logarithm, standard form concept can also be used to get your characteristics. Look at this number. Viewers at home, look at this number. Now I have kindly used the right direction movement, and this is 1, 2, 3. Now, what is your characteristics? Your characteristics is the power
Audio Jungle,
which the standard form is raised to, and which is 3. Now, looking at the first way, I said for you to get your characteristics, you count the number of digits. Now we are looking at numbers that are what? Greater than 1. And using the standard form concept is another way by which you can get your characteristics of logarithm. Look at it, we have 4 times 10 raised to power 3. This is what? Your characteristics.
Audio Jungle.
I mean, this is what? Your characteristics. Now, viewers, I hope you are understanding and you are getting what logarithm is all about. We have been able to look at the standard form concept, and we have been able to see how to get our characteristics. Now we are looking at mantissa of logarithm. Now before we proceed, I will kindly put this on the board. When we have 3.1423, I have 3.1423. For you to understand the concept of characteristics and mantissa, this is your characteristics. Why this dot 1423 is your mantissa. I say it again. For you to understand logarithm, there are two things that must be well defined: your characteristics and your mantissa. I have 3.1423. This 3, I said characteristics is the integral or the whole number part of a given number. Now, this is the integral part before the decimal. For you to solve any question under logarithm, the first thing that you must be able to carry out or you must be able to inspect is knowing how to get your characteristics. And we have done that. And now we are looking at how can you get your mantissa. Now before we proceed, this is your characteristics. Why these 4 decimal numbers after the decimal point is your mantissa. Now what is mantissa? You can be asking from the home, commenting that what is mantissa. Now mantissa is, now I said mantissa is the 4 decimal number after the decimal point. And how can you get your mantissa? You can get your characteristics by inspection, and your mantissa can only be gotten from the 4-figure table. I say it again, viewers at home. For you to get your mantissa, you get your mantissa from your 4-figure table. You can only get your characteristics by inspecting the number given to you. Now we proceed with an example. I hope this is well cleared. Whenever you have the number before the decimal point, if you are asked that what is the characteristics of this number written on the board, the characteristics is 3. While the mantissa is gotten from your 4-figure table, 1423 is gotten from your 4-figure table. That's why I said it earlier that your learning resource for this topic logarithm is your 4-figure table. I hope you are enjoying the class. Now we are going to quickly look at examples. Now we are going to take it segment by segment. We are going to start with logarithm of numbers greater than 1. I hope you are enjoying the class, and I know as you are enjoying the class, I want you to put your comment as for us to know how you feel and to know how you have understood the topic so far. We have looked at standard form concepts, we have looked at how you can get your characteristics of logarithm, and we have also looked at mantissa of logarithm. As we proceed with numbers greater than 1, now let's put the board on logarithm. Hello viewers, we are still on the journey of logarithm. Now we have looked at the standard form concepts, we have looked at characteristics of logarithm, we have looked at mantissa of logarithm, and we are now looking at how can we look for the number of logarithm greater than 1. Now looking at these examples on the board, we are asked to find the logarithm of the following. We have 1000, we have 2468, we have 24.68, and we have 5.317. Now look at the solution. I hope you are with your writing materials, viewers at home. Now looking at the solution, number 1, we have the 1000. You are going to add number. Now we want to solve this. Now we want to solve 1000 by looking for the logarithm. Now I have NO. I usually tell students that you should always put these dots, because when you don't have these dots, it does not represent number. They will actually see it as NO, no. But the moment you include these dots, I used to tell my students, that makes it a what? A number. And this LOG is the short form for the word logarithm. Now you are going to write your 1000 under the column of number. Now I told you that the first thing that you ought to know is, how am I going to get my characteristics? That is the first thing you have to write anytime you are solving logarithm. And we have seen it that for you to get your logarithm, it is either two ways. It's either you count the number of digits and deduct one from it. How many digits do we have here? Viewers at home, you can send your comment. We have 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 digits. And what is going to be the characteristics? That is going to be 4 minus 1, which is going to be 3. Our characteristics is going to be 3 points. Now, that is not the end. I told you, for you to solve logarithm, you are going to get your characteristics and your mantissa. If you remember, viewers at home, I said for you to get your characteristics is by inspection. You have inspected these numbers, they are 4 digits. It's either you use deduction of -1 from the number of digits given, or you use the standard form concept. Now we have gotten our characteristics. This is 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minus 1, that is 3. Now for you to get your mantissa, I said you are going to make use of your 4-figure table. And that is where we are moving on to now. And I know you have your 4-figure table beside you. Now for you to get your mantissa from your 4-figure table, there is a column in your 4-figure table tagged logarithms of number. Now we have logarithm of numbers. For you to get your logarithm, it is going to be 10 under 0 difference 0. I say it again. For you to get your mantissa from this 4-digit number given, you are going to check under 10 difference 0. 10 under 0 difference 0. I say it again. You are going to check 10 under 0 difference 0. Why are we looking at 10 under 0 and difference 0? The logarithm that we are treating, they are number that is to base 10. I say it again. They are logarithm of numbers whose base is 10. If you look at your 4-figure table, you are not having any number less than 10. Now, for us to get our mantissa, we are now at 10 under what? Under 0. We have 0, 0, 0, difference 0. Now, our answer is going to be 3.0000. I hope that is well understood. This is for question 1. Now we want to look for the logarithm of 2468. Remember, we are looking at logarithm of number greater than 1. Now for you to look for the logarithm of 2468, I said the first thing that you must get is your characteristics. And you can only get your characteristics
by inspecting the number given to you. How many digits is this? Now let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 digits, and I say for you to get your characteristics, you are going to deduct 1 from the number of digits gotten. That is also going to be 4 minus 1. That is 3. The characteristics of 2, 4, 6, 8 is going to be 3 points. Now, how are you going to get your mantisar? Your mantisar is usually gotten from your 4-figure table. Now, this is going to be 24 under 6 difference 8. I say it again. Viewers, for you to get your mantisar is from your learning resource, which is your 4-figure table. You are going to check 24 under 6 difference 8. Looking at the headings, logarithm of numbers. Now we are moving to 24. I have 24 under 6. 24 under 6 is giving me 3909. 24 under giving me 399. 24 under 6 is giving me 3909. Difference 8. 24 under 6 is 3909. Difference 8 is 14. We are going to add it together. 9 plus 4, 3. 0 plus 1, 1. Plus the 1 from this 13, that's 2. Then we have 9, then 3. Now, our logarithm is going to be 3.3923. 3923 is the mantisar. While the 3 before the decimal, which is the integral part of the number, is the characteristics. Now, the logarithm of 2468 is 3.3923. We are moving to example 3. Now, we are on the example of looking on how we can solve numbers greater than 1 under logarithm of numbers. Now, our question for example 3 is 24.68. Viewers at home, if you look at the second example that was on the board, you will see that there is no any decimal point in between. It is 2,468. But looking at this example 3 very well, viewers at home, now we have 24.68. Now, what is the characteristics? Looking at this 24, this is not 4-digit number. You are only concerned about the integral number before the decimal. Now, how many digits is this? 1, 2. It is 2 digits. What did I say, viewers at home? For you to get your characteristics, it is this number 24.68 is not 4-digit number. You are only concerned by the whole number before the decimal. Now we have 1, 2. 24.68 has 2 digits. And for you to get your characteristics, it's now going to be 2 minus 1. How I got that 2? Look at the 2 digits. 1, 2. It is not 4 digits. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Why this is only 2 digits? It's going to be 2 minus 1, and the characteristics is going to be 1 point. And for you to get your mantisar, it is going to be 24 under 6 difference 8. 24 under 6 difference 8. And that can be gotten from your learning resource, which is the 4-figure table under logarithm of numbers. Now we have done 24 under 6 difference 8. If you remember, the 24 under 6 is going to give us 3909. While difference 8 is going to be 14. And 3909 plus 14 is going to give us 3992. Now for this example 3, our answer is going to be 1.3923. What did I say? Your digit number for 24.68 is 2, not 4. You are not concerned about any number after the decimal. For you to get your characteristics for a number in this form, you only count the number of digits before the decimal. And how many numbers do you have before the decimal? Viewers at home, we only have 2-digit number. This is 1, 2. And for you to get your characteristics, it's going to be 2 minus 1. And that is 1.3923. 2, 3. Now, I think you are getting what is logarithm, characteristics, and matrices are. We are still under logarithm of number greater than 1. We are still now, viewers at home, you can see the examples, and I know you are enjoying it. We have been able to solve example 1, we have been able to solve example 2, and we are able to solve example 3, and I have been able to make clarification on how you can easily get your characteristics.
Audio
Now,
Jungle.
example 1, your logarithm of 1000 is going to be 3.00, while the logarithm of 2468 is going to be 3.3923. This 3 before the decimal point is your characteristics. Now 24.68, your number of digits is 2. You are only concerned about the number before the decimal. Now your digit is 2, that is why we have 2 minus 1. And our answer is 1.3923. And to make this class and this session so far interactive, viewers at home, I'm giving out this example 4 as an assignment, and which I will be so happy to get your answers at the comment section. See you in the next video. God bless you.
Audio Jungle.